Hello and welcome to the LCS STEM YouTube channel. Today's project will be documenting the process of mounting this chuck onto this drill. And the reason why we want to fix up this hand crank drill press is because it would be quite handy for the younger students in the STEM classes in the Makerspace to be able to access a drill press that's hand powered because they're too young to use a power drill press yet. So the main features of this drill press are the hand crank on top, which is easy to use. It even has a ratcheting mechanism on it in case you're in a tight spot, being this was designed to be sort of a portable drill press. And it has a hand wheel here, that's your down feed. And the wheel underneath here is actually for moving the table. So you can adjust that based on the size piece of wood that you're trying to clamp in there. So, our video today will document exactly how we mounted this chuck from a modern electric drill that didn't work anymore into this arbor here, which was originally made to take brace drills with the pyramid shank. I'm worried about that. So I'm kind of grabbing onto the ratchet with the vice grip, which isn't something I really want to do. Could damage that pretty easily. So luckily it came without much of a fight. So now I can take the shaft out so I can machine it to mount the chuck. That's the ratchet wheel. So that was the ratchet wheel. And this is the bolt here, and this here is where I'll be mounting the chuck. I'll grab the chuck quick. So this chuck here, I need to take this stuff off of it, and that should get mounted into the end of that shaft so we can use regular drill bits. Because this would be used for more of your standard brace drill bits. That's kind of a square or pyramid type shank. So this is what we want to put on there so we can use a regular drill chuck on there. I'll actually grab a brace drill bit and show you what the shank of a typical brace drill looks like. See, this is what this is actually designed for. If you can see that, that's a pyramid kind of shank, and this would be an original like brace drill bit. So you can see how that fits right in there. You see how that would drive just that taper lock. Yeah, it tapers and it's a square drive, so that wouldn't slip. But we don't use drill bits like this a whole lot anymore. So we don't get shanks like that anymore typically. So that's why we want to change this and put a regular chuck on so we can use any drills. Okay, so what we got here, here's our piece here. We're trying to press this off because this gear, I believe, is just pressed onto the shaft. So we're going to use this hydraulic press here. So there's just a piece of tubing. We're going to put that in, and notice we've got a little room for that to come down. Set that on there. We'll set this spacer on here. Okay, switch to the hand pump so that it can get a little more pressure. And there it went. See, we got that off. And there we go. Close those off. And that's what we wanted, right there. Okay, so now we have our drill chuck here that we press that gear off of. And now here is that square again, that pyramid shape for holding a race drill. So what we want to do now is we want to make this stem here fit into there. So how we're going to do that is we're going to drill out this so that this will be a circle instead of a square, and that this here will fit that, and then I'll drill some holes and put some set screws in to lock this into place. So that's what we're going to figure out, how big we need to drill that out to match this diameter. We'll maybe even cut this little smaller diameter off so that we'll pile it on the larger diameter here and then lock that into place. Okay, so I need to do some measuring and calculate what we're going to do next. So I think we'll cut that off there because that's a very small diameter, so I'll probably pile it on this larger diameter. You can see that's about 1 inch is what I have the caliper jaws set to here. The caliper is this measuring device here. It gives me a digital display of decimal inches right now. And so right there is 1 inch. So it looks like that would be a good surface to mount. And it looks like when we hold it up to here, on another piece, that we could probably machine out 1 inch there and still leave this attached good to that. So I'll probably try and machine close to 1 inch there, in that, and that. And now we'll need to measure what these diameters are. So if we measure the diameter of the square, that kind of tapers to hold that drill bit I showed the other day. This is 0.4 there, so it's under 1/2 inch, and I get smaller as we go in, so it's the widest right here, which is just over 0.4 inches, so it's a little under 1/2 inch. And then let's measure this diameter here, and this diameter here is just under 1/2 inch. So it's 0.497, two places at 0.497, so it's just under 1/2 inch. So we'll have to drill it less than 1/2 inch and then finish it out with something called a boring bar to try and precisely get that to 1/2 inch, because we don't want this to be loose or it'll wiggle and wobble when we're drilling, so we want it to be accurate. So we want to make that a really snug fit. I'm going to press that together. Now we'll drill 7/16, and you want to sneak up on 1/2 inch. We don't want to make that, don't want to go too big because we don't want a loose fit. really snug fit. So we want to try and press that in, so I'll make sure and blow that out, but it looks like we're there. That's just a really snug fit. Push it in just a little bit, it's snug. So I don't want to push it in quite yet, in case it sticks. Okay, so now I put 2 set screws in there. See that? So basically that's just like little bolts. They're threaded. Put them 90 degrees apart so that there won't be any wiggle. So now we just have to put this in there, and then we'll tighten them up. Try and force that in. Maybe I'll go over to the press and actually force that in, and then we'll tighten it up just to make sure that it stays.